Hey there. I just wanted to share a few things with you and just kind of give you some encouragement. So doing the program, making these changes is really, really difficult. And it takes a lot, I know, to run a program like this in your home. And I just want you to know that we understand that and that it is difficult. But also that it's been difficult for a long time, and the behaviors that we're seeing in the kids that we work with that you are, trying so hard to raise are really difficult, challenging behaviors. And I was just, really thinking a lot this last week about just being intentional and knowing that we pay now or we pay later, but some of you have been paying for a long time, and it wears on you, and so I know that you want there to be an instant fix, and we want to get you there too. And sometimes it takes more than 90 days, but we really try to do as much as we can in those 90 days, but especially those first 30 days. And so being very intentional, making these changes is really what is going to be kind of the tipping point of when things start to get better. And what's interesting that I see about it is that sometimes you as the parent may not realize that things are getting better. And so when we tell you that we can see the changes, or we are pointing out, that they're still having explosive behavior, but they're turning it around quicker, or we're catching it sooner, or, less often. Sometimes you may not be feeling that because you're in that battle all the time. So I just want to encourage you that, let us help you and support you as much as we can. Don't pull away from the program and the support when we're there to give more if you need it. So please let us know how we can help with that. But also don't be afraid to make these changes, because it's going to seem like it's worse because you're doing some things that are different and so intentional. And it takes a bit to get used to having the schedule and doing the 3-foot rule and getting those responses of yes, mom, yes, dad. And so when you are in it, it may feel like, oh, it's not working. But we know that if we do nothing, that doesn't help, and that we have to do something different on the parenting end of things in order to make these changes happen with the kids. If we want to change our child's behavior, we have to change the interactions and the way we're doing that. So it's the schedule is a small thing, but it's also a big thing, and it's a very important thing to have in place. And we can help you with that. We can, write out a schedule for you if you're really struggling with it, but you've got to run that schedule 24/7, basically, not just when we're there. And you've got to really require the 3-foot rule and that supervision and catching things early, and and requiring the kids to say yes, mom, and yes, dad. There has to be some requirements on their end too. Yes, we're working with you to make those changes and to set things up, but you also have to require this of your kids. Just like if they go into residential treatment, or were to go into detention, or even, any other program, like there's going to be requirements that they have to do. And so in this case, like, we as your team, like, we're requiring that from the kids in the same way that we're asking you to make these changes. So I just hope that you will just be encouraged that it takes a while. We didn't get to where we are, in a day. It wasn't like all of a sudden they started acting this way. Some of these problems have been going on since they were really young. And it does work, and it does make changes, but the consistency of doing the program is really, really important, and that lies with you. And as much as you allow us, we are there to help you and support you in making those changes. So I hope this helps, and hang in there.